What's up, guys, and welcome back to more Fallout 4 base building. And you guys seem to be really enjoying this series, which is great, because I really enjoy building in Fallout. But today we're actually building away from Sanctuary Hills. You know, that's where I've set up my main base. It's where a lot of the series is going to take place. I want to build a lot of really cool things there because there's so much space. But as I've continued playing Fallout 4, I've found that you can build settlements all over the Wasteland, very different places. There's some that are in dense urban areas. There are some that are way out in the open on farms. You can even build at the Red Rocket. So today what I want to try to do is I want to try to challenge myself to build an entire settlement in just one episode. I'm going to give myself half an hour to build in a relatively different area. You know, the Red Rocket isn't very similar to Sanctuary Hills. It's very small. I mean, if we open up our thing here, yeah, we're pretty limited in space. There's no river, so we can't pump water into it. So it's going to be very different. I want to see what I can accomplish here in half an hour. So it should be really interesting. I'm pretty sure we can actually build on top of it, which is going to be really useful. Let me see if I can actually get up here. Oh, come on now. Use your hops. Come on. Yes. Okay. Awesome. This is going to be a really great place to build because the thing is, when you're limited in horizontal space, you need to build vertically. And I have a really cool idea for building kind of a self-contained tower settlement. So everything is going to be up off the ground. I want to build everything on the roof. Should be really interesting to see if we can make this work. Last episode, some people were asking how I have so many resources. They couldn't understand how I had thousands of wood and thousands of steel and thousands of aluminum. When you play enough of the game, you do come across quite a lot of resources, especially when you play like I do and you pick up everything. So like 2,000 steel, I might only actually have 1,000 steel. A lot of that could be desk fans and just junk in my workshop that I can then use. This is looking really good so far. You know what? This will be the base, I guess. And then we can build up probably 3 or 4 layers, and each floor will be this big. I think it's going to look really cool. But yeah, that's how I have all that stuff. Stuff like concrete. People ask how I got so much concrete for building our perimeter wall last time. That is largely, you can scavenge cement blocks if you find them in settlements. You can find bags of cement lying around. That was a really useful one for me in like industrial areas. But the biggest thing is traders. So if you come across a trader, you can just talk to them and you can buy or trade a lot of junk that you just pick up for more concrete. It's very, very useful. There you go. Now we're the proud owners of some walls and a floor. This is a good start. I think we can make this probably 2 or 3 floors high. It'll look something similar to this. I don't like the idea of having the stairs just come straight up into the side of somewhere, because that would be kind of a little bit more, it's awkward. It's not symmetrical really. And then you also have the issue of trying to defend it, because that's going to be where all the raiders are going to try to pile into. I like the idea of having the stairs kind of like a scaffolding leading up to here, and then you just walk in through the front door. But then we can have kind of like turrets or protection on the roof here going in, and it could be kind of the front of the tower. So we can even put a door right there. And then that'll be our first floor, and that's how that's going to work. So now if we add a couple more floors like that, it should be pretty good looking. You know what? I think the stairs, we don't want to use any of these stairs. I think it's easier if we use one of the floor stairs. Yeah, these ones. Some people were asking how I got the stairs look so good in my last place. Well, that is how you do it. You can take something like this. You want to get rid of the corner one? Yeah, we'll do that. And then that'll get slotted in, like, come on now. That. There we go. So now you can go up, and then that should be flat with the rest of the roof. So that'll look really good. Now we can put on a couple more floors. So I often have people ask me for base building tips because I have spent quite a bit of time building stuff in this game, and I've picked up a few things. One of the things is when you're adding like these little half walls. So if you try to get like this little half wall here and you try to slot it into that area, it doesn't really want to go. It doesn't give you any option. Like if I build it there, that's not it. It turns green, but that's not what you want. You can't really get it in there. But the way to remedy that is you can store this wall and then it will click in. Right? Don't make a liar out of me. Also, if you find it's too close to your face, you can hold E and you can move stuff around in 3 dimensions. You can lift it up and down and stuff like that. So that's really useful. There you go. See? Not going to make a liar out of me. And then you can bring back your other wall, which has been stored, and just pop it back into place. And that's how you can kind of wedge things. Yeah, there's something weird with the system. Sometimes that kind of stuff pops up, but it will work. I haven't had really any issues so far building what I have in my mind, as long as the pieces fit. Also, I used ceilings. No, I don't use ceilings. I use floors for my roofs. And that's really important because roofs don't line up with this. And roofs are a little bit, I don't know, they're finicky. They're weird for trying to line up walls on top of. So even though they look the same, I always recommend using floors for your roof. Makes things much easier, but this is looking really cool. I really like this so far. So we got a little first floor done now. And we'll get a couple, okay, I guess we're gonna take a look from down below. That looks awesome, actually. Come on now. Now is not the time to be having a radiation storm. Okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure I have a hazmat suit. Like 99% sure. Yeah, there we go. We'll just pop that on and keep building as if we're on Mars. No problem at all. I think this should help, right? I'm pretty sure this stops radiation. God, this is terrifying. Just the sound of it. It's so unnatural. Oh, okay, well, we're still getting a little bit of radiation. Okay, let's keep building. I have survived the storm. I did not get microwaved. It actually didn't last very long at all. I only just put a couple of walls up. But you'll notice that I'm actually alternating in between which walls I'm using on some floors. And like some of them will have chicken fence and some of them will be broken up pieces of wall. Some of them will have windows. I think that's really important to do whenever you're building a base, because if you just use the same wall all over the place repeatedly, it just looks really player-made. It doesn't look like it's a part of Fallout 4. This looks a lot more like ragged. I really like that idea, but let's go downstairs and see how this looks from the floor. You know what? This is our third floor. I'm not sure how many layers I'm gonna do. I'll probably run out of things to put in it, honestly. So let's just take a bit of a jump. Whoop. Okay, we're good. Holy crap, that is huge. That is so cool. So for defense, I want to set up some of these heavy machine gun turrets. We won't need a whole lot of them because they're actually quite a bit more powerful than the regular ones. I'd like to set up some here at the main gate for anybody who's trying to break into the settlement, but truthfully, I found when you're being attacked, the raiders don't actually try to break in. I know they're supposed to be here to take like goods from you, but they tend to just, as soon as they see settlers, there's a shootout. So there's gonna be people shooting from our place up here down at the raiders. So I'd like to also set some up here on these little half floors that I've found are really useful for setting up this kind of thing. So we put like one here. That should be able to shoot in a pretty good radius at anybody who comes onto the lot. We can put one here. And then I'll probably put one, actually we can probably put them a little bit further up even. Like here and here. And that way, we kind of have all our bases covered. So anybody who tries to come in the front door will get shot at. Anybody who tries to kind of shoot up. And then we can even put some more on the back, I guess, and some more corners. Yeah, that should do a really good job. Because the thing is, I want to have a lot of water and food for them. I want to make it so this settlement will be self-sustaining for 12 people. I'll set up a radio beacon, I'll leave, I'll never have to come back. And they'll just get lots of money for me and lots of resources. There you go, we now have some defenses. So we have 4 turrets on the actual base and then 2 more at the front door. That should be more than enough to kill any raiders on top of the volley of shots they're going to be getting out of this window. So I think for powering it, originally I wanted to do wind turbines on the top, but I kind of like the idea of just having it look more like this. The wind turbines can be a bit of an eyesore, and I also don't really like the powered generators because they're so freaking loud. So I think the way to resolve that is I can put them down here and actually close this door. A lot of people don't know this, so you can actually hit this button, and this actually goes down. So then, I don't really plan on using this for anything else, so maybe I can house a couple of generators down here, and that will do. We can run the wires along the walls, and then up the side. Shouldn't be able to hear it from upstairs. I think that'll work well. I think we finally have power. That took a lot more time than I thought. But I'll show you guys how I set it up, because I had to go back to Sanctuary, I had to get more resources, I had to figure out how to actually do this. I made all of this temporary scaffolding to reach the sides. So the way that it works is I've built 5 medium-sized generators in here. And they make 25 power. That should be more than enough for what we need. And then I've used these kind of power conduits to connect it along the walls to either side of the settlement. And then on each side, we have a pylon that then runs a wire up and then across both sides. So now both walls, both opposite walls, have power connected to them. And then because of that, everything inside should be powered. Haven't been up there yet. Kind of hoping everything is powered. Kind of hoping. Yeah, it looks like it is. All right. Yeah, so now we have power. So now we can actually get to decorating. That took up way too much of my time. I do not have much time left. Actually, the sun is coming up. And if you know how long a day-night cycle in Fallout 4 is, you'll know that I might be cheating a little bit on my half an hour. So I was putting our food in, and we are quickly reaching the size limit, so I might want to put some water in before I go any further. I don't know how much we need, to be honest. I don't know what's a good and a bad amount of water. Oh, come on now. Okay, we'll put another one there, another one there. Ooh, we're so close to the edge. Okay, so now I need a radio beacon, and if I can get that in, and I think we're done. Pretty sure. I got the place decorated. I'll show you guys now in a second. Where on earth is the beacon? Here we go. Okay, so I can put you there, and I can wire you up, and we can flick you on. Oh, you're already on. You know what? I want to flick it on because it's like an inaugural thing. And we're open. Okay. So yeah, we got lots of food. We got lots of water. The place is now open. Let's take a look from the bottom up. That looks awesome. Really, really cool. And once again, oh, I didn't build the stairs correctly. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it later. This is taking a lot more time. You know, I said I was going to take half an hour. I'm now at an hour. So I'm cheating my own limit, but I'm feeling pretty good about the place. You know, we got to defense this up. I've built kind of a mess hall on the first floor so people kind of cook their food here. We can eat there. Got some fridges in the corner. You can sit at the bar. Next floor up, we have our sleeping quarters. So we have a couple of cribs for the kids. We have 14 beds with 14 trunks. That should keep everybody kind of happy. And then on the last floor, we have a bit of a living quarter. So we have our bathroom in the corner. We got a jukebox, a pool table. Don't have any pool balls. You can actually find them. When I build a bar in Sanctuary, I am going to have pool cues. I am going to have pool balls. I have everything ready because I've found all that stuff. But for the sake of this place, I just wanted to see what I could build in a restricted amount of time and space. We have a couple of desks, kind of a little place for people to sit around the radio. And that's pretty much it. It's all powered. The roof is empty. So this was a lot of fun. I'm really happy with what I've managed to build in this short amount of time. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye, Gohan. Yeah, I have one less brother now. Did he seriously just kill Gohan? Maybe not. No, I'm here. Okay, good. Way to go, Golan. You're all over that.